question like this, if they believe in God, the question you're gonna get is no. I don't believe in God. That's what you're gonna get. Why? Because it's not in their mind. It's not in their DNA to believe in the Most High. They're there to just believe in what they see. That's it. I got it right here. That's as far as their mind can go. You know, so when we tell them that there's a higher power, they can't see it. Because their pineal gland is the size of a nail, a fingernail. Okay? Jake's pineal gland is bigger than usual. So that's why we have that connection, that interconnection, and we know that this is a higher power. Okay? That's what I'm going to say on that.
This is Job.
And meanwhile, the incident, the situation that happened when the so-called Ethiopians moved into the land, it was approximately 720 BC. The 8th century, the 8th century BC it was, when they moved into that land. Okay, just like how it was in the 8th century AD, they converted to being Jews. I'm talking about those Khazarians. Okay.
It's Job 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of the unclean?
Right.
Not one.
Right, not one. So if something is unclean, then you can't make it clean. And that's why in the land of Jerusalem, they got this thing where you can eat pork. They call it kosher pig. Okay, which pig is not kosher at all. No matter what you do to the pig, it cannot be kosher. Okay, the pig will eat its own if it eats. The pig will eat feces in the middle of the floor. Okay, they're the carcasses. Alright? And that's what the pig will do. So when you eat pork, that's what you're putting inside your body. And if you look at the pork, it's an ugly animal. What's up? What was the point of that principle? I lost one.
They are the wicked, so them, no matter how much they call themselves the Jews and take the land here, right. they can't make themselves clean. They're still the wicked anyway, still. That's why they do a lot of things that the biggest gay parades are in Israel right now.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
And that's why I read that scripture before, say they cast the word of the Heavenly Father behind them. Okay, so they call themselves Jews, they went and took up the Holy Land, but then they still can't keep these laws, statutes and commandments. Okay?
Right.
Because which the laws, statutes and commandments, that's how you live alongside with that land, man. But we can't do that either. Because they are a crooked nation and they cannot be made straight again.
That's right. You know, and that's a very good point. That's a very, very good point the brother made. So, I mean, that's just what it is. So no matter how, no matter where they at, no matter if they in the Holy Land, y'all know it's God. No matter if they in the Holy Land or not, it don't make a difference. They still unclean people. They still wicked people, man. Okay?
That's why that land is rejecting all the nations that are there, man.
That's right.
Okay, the land is a desert, they are at war with each other daily, man. Every single day, not a single day of peace.
That's right.
So the land is rejecting everything, man.
And that's why that land is distorted. That's why those gutter rats gotta get out of that land, because they're defiling the land based on their presence of being alive. They have a dark vibration, a negative, dark, stingy, nasty vibration, and that vibration is destroying the Holy Land, man, as well as. So that's why the scriptures say that. Read that again.
Job 14 and 4, right. You can bring a clean thing out of unclean.
Right. So
one.
Right. So the so-called white man, he was built to be the fight. It tells you that in the scriptures, man, that Esau is rejected, man. So anything that's defiled is rejected. So you can't turn Esau to be righteous. And I mean, you got a lot of these church-going Negroes. They wish that they could turn the so-called white man righteous, but they can't, man, because the Most High made them to be the wicked and rejected them, man. So if the higher power rejected somebody or a nation of people, you can't now come in and rearrange that order. No, man, that's not gonna happen. Okay, whatever the Lord established, that's what's going to remain forever, and that's what's going to remain to be true. Okay, and one thing about truth is that you can conceal it, you can hide it, but there comes a time where it shines forth once again. Go on. So Esau is rejected, man, no matter what. Esau is an unclean people, no matter if they're in the Holy Land or not. It doesn't make a difference.
It's Romans 9 and and 19, that will say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
Right, who have resisted his will. So no man on this earth is going to resist the will of the power that created the heavens and the earth. And that power is Yahweh. Okay, and he's going to send his son Yahweh. All right, you know you're an Israelite, right? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you just got to know one thing. You're one of the sons of Jacob. Okay, you got to repent and come back to the Lord. That's what I'm going to say for you right there and then. But read that verse again.
That will say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault?
Yeah.
For who hath resisted his will?
Right, who have resisted his will. So, like I said, you can't resist the will of the Lord, man, no matter what. And that even corresponds with the mindset of man. The Lord controls the mindset of man. Okay? So the Lord can create you to do whatever it is that you need to do, and you can't resist that. They won't be able to do it. Because I mean, if we can't do it and we're the righteous, how the hell that Esau is going to do it? It's not plausible and it's not possible. Go on.
Nay, but, O man, who art thou that be placed against the Most High?
Right.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus?
Right.
Have not the potter power over the clay?
Right.
Of the same lamb to make one vessel unto honor,
right,
and another unto dishonor.
Right. And the so-called white man is a vessel unto dishonor. And you're not going to change that. It's going to stay the same.
But how much time they call themselves Jews?
That's right. And that's why they can't call themselves Israelites. They gotta call themselves Israelis because they know they don't feel right calling themselves Israelites. They feel funny calling themselves just the Jews. But they gotta call themselves Jewish. You see, because they know deep down that they're not the people of the Lord. They know this. Okay. So we will go.
Verse 22, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath, to make his power known, endured with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
And that's the so-called white man, okay? Which his name is Esau, Edom, the Idumean, the Sirite, okay? They were fitted to do two things: to bring destruction on the earth, and then at the last be destroyed. That was the whole reason on why he was made. And that's why their descendants are here today, so that fulfillment of prophecy could come in effect. You know, it's like what's the guy's name? What's his name now? That nutcase. Guys, I got him on the tip on something. Right. No class Malone. That's what I call it. No class Malone. You know, he's talking about, and you got another guy too, James White. They like to talk about, well, that the fulfillment of that was fulfilled already. The fulfillment of how Esau was destroyed. And I want to say what the apostles say, man. I want to say this: give me a time, okay, or a period when that prophecy was fulfilled, and they're going to be finding it really hard to look for that, to look for that evidence, okay, or to look for that sort of info. You know why? Because it never existed. Go on. Yeah, how much you shut that down?
Jeremiah 49 and 10. That I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered the secret places, and they shall not be able to hide themselves. The seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Right, and he is not. So he is spoiled and he's been exposed.
They nearly got blown.
And that's why we can get a lot of information on the so-called white man. I'm talking about the higher bankers. I'm not talking about these regular, John and Jane, middle class, low class people out there. I'm talking about the higher bankers that run the society inside and outside of it. Okay? The Lord is exposing. Go on, read that verse again.
That I have made Esau bare,
Right.
I have uncovered the secret places.
He has uncovered the secret places, which is the what? The Illuminati. Those that get involved in conspiring secretly, like you have the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderbergers, and the Council of Foreign Relations. You have all these different organizations that come together of people. So like you have these different organizations of politicians or people that's in high positions of government that conspire together secretly on how they're going to bring about the New World Order system or keep the people at a stupefied state and to have the people destroy themselves. Okay? So all of their works were hidden at one time, now it's being exposed. Go on.
And they shall not be able to hide themselves. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not.
Right, go on.
Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive.
Right, I will preserve them alive. Go on.
And let thy widows trust in me. And thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup,
Right.
have assuredly drunken.
Right, and that's that slavery we've drunken, man. We've drunken the cup of slavery, okay, in this society. And even still, what involves this captivity, we're drinking up today. So we should have never drunken up this cup. Okay, go on.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Right,
Thou shalt not go
right.
unpunished.
Thou shalt not go not unpunished. Okay, because these white guys out here, they really think, and these gals out here, they really think that they're gonna walk up into the sunset. I mean, Herod is a Lord jacked up his chosen people so bad so if we got jacked up by us going out, then what makes you think that Esau is gonna get up scot-free? It's not gonna happen. Okay, it doesn't exist and it's not gonna happen. Alright? These devils are gonna go right into captivity, and while they're going into captivity, they're gonna have to deal all of the hell that we're gonna bring right in the midst in their face, man. That's what's gonna go down. And Yahweh Shai is gonna get the party started first. Okay, go on.
Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
Right, because we was supposed to drink up the cup, remember that. So Esau, all of the things that they have done, the Edomites, whether they were on the planet, what is it, as the Greeks, whether they call themselves the Romans, and they calling themselves Europeans today, okay, they're gonna have to pay for all of the things that they've done, and even going all the way back to Babylon, when they said race it, even to the foundation of it. So they're gonna have to pay for all of that, right? Okay, I'm talking about the higher up bankers all the way up to these low white trash Edomites that be dwelling in these fucking bars. They're gonna pay for every last transgression they've done, man. They're gonna pay for everything that they did to our people. So all those that fought against Jerusalem, tells you that in Malachi the 4th chapter, all those that fought against Jerusalem, they shall be destroyed with the plague. And that plague is gonna be them being absorbed while they stand on their feet, man. And that's gonna be the thing. And even these East Indians too, they're gonna be destroyed as well. They're gonna go right into captivity. Okay? Go on. Because Edom like to play games, man.
It's Lamentation 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Right, this is Lamentations now. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. And that's why they're having a good, old time. They in the pubs, they doing their thing, they getting down. Because that's the Lord showing them, look, just enjoy your time while you got it. Because when the time comes, man, it's not going to be no more enjoyment. It's going to be the quite opposite enjoyment. when our world is established. And I'm talking about the world of who we call Jesus, of who the world called Jesus Christ. And we call Yahushua. Alright? Yahushua is going to declare his kingdom on earth. And we're going to be hired ruling along with him. And we're going to give Esau hell back. Okay, go on.
Although of Edom that dwelleth in the land of Uz,
That dwelleth in the land of Uz. Go on.
the cup also shall pass through thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
And I believe Uz is referring to a region within Edom. Okay, matter of fact, let me look that up myself. I'm gonna look up that. So here. So what chapter you reading? What verse?
Lamentation 3. The very last one, the second last one.
Okay. Lamentations 3. And what verse again? 21. Yeah, he meant 4, bro.
Oh yeah,
4 and 21. I believe it's Awatasa, which means wooded. An Edomite,
January, February.
son of Dishonour and grandson of Seir, the country of Job, probably southeast of Palestine, somewhere in the Arabian desert. Right, okay. So it says, this is a strong definition. The son of Aram, also a Serite in a region settled by them, but they're going up by that because basically Aram has nothing to do with Edom. It sounds the same, but it's not the same thing. Because Aram is referred to the what is it, the Assyrians, right?
Aram, yeah, Aram.
The Syrians. Right, the Syrians. They're known as the Syrians. So
That's right. There's a place called Padan Aram.
right, Padan Aram, right.
Padan Aram.
Yeah.
They dwell in those regions.
Correct.
Padan Aram. That's that region where Israel is. That whole region, that Middle Eastern region.
Yeah, and that's where I believe the sons of Laban, right?
Yeah, Laban. Yeah.
I believe that's where Jacob got his wife. Rachel.
Rachel and Leah. Rachel
and Leah, they were both from that region, but I believe. A little research on the part. Yeah, they're going off for that. But the thing about it is this is referring to Esau, Edom. Sometimes the letter goes up. So read that verse again.
Lamentation 4 and 21.
Yeah.
Rejoice and be glad, O door of Edom,
Right.
that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Right, so they shall be drunken in the destruction of the Almighty. Okay? And that's talking about Esau, which the people of Esau and Edom, I mean, we have to break it down so that you understand. The people of Esau and Edom, biblically, is the so-called Europeans, because everybody has a biblical nationality. So we just say, look, you're Edomites, you're not going to understand what we're saying, but we're out here to just say it. I want to say this right now. All you so-called Europeans out here that call yourselves whites, what you need to know is you're Edomites.
I looked up Padan Aram.
All right. Yeah, break it down, brother. Go into it.
Padan Aram, yeah. Padan Aram, or Padan, and then it says Aram.
Right. So it's a compound word.
It was an early Aramean kingdom in Mesopotamia. Padan Aram in Aramaic means field of Aram.
Right, which is filled with the Syrians.
The name may correspond to the Hebrew. They got that wrong. It's a sacred Aram. Or field of Aram. The name is field of Aram. Bible.
Yeah, because
Hold on. The city Sea of Haran, where Abraham and his father Terah settled after leaving Ur of the Chaldees, while en route to Canaan, according to Genesis 11:31, was located in Destined, that part of Haran that lay along the Euphrates. That's correct.
Yeah, about that region, because the father of Abraham, which was Terah, they were separated, because Terah was worshiping their little gods and stuff, and Abraham, but Abraham was separated to worship the Most High power. So it was around that region. Okay, so really, what this is referring to is Mount Seir, which Esau dwelt there in Mount Seir. The Edomites, which are the so-called white people today, they dwelt in Mount Seir. Right, and I'm going to say this loud and clear so that you understand what I'm saying. All of you so-called Europeans, okay, you are what we call the Edomites. All right, you're the biblical Edomites. All right, that's who you are.
So Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem.
Right, so it says to remember, what is it? The children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. Go on.
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right, in other words, they were chanting the downfall of our country. Okay, because when them other nations try to infiltrate, I believe it was at the time, what's the time period of that? Yeah, the Babylonians. But I want to look for the time period. So what verse is that? That's in Psalms, right? Okay. And you know the time period when the Babylonians and the other nations infiltrated Jerusalem.
Yeah, that's around 5 something BC, 500 BC.
580 something.
Yeah. I want to look it.
Please. You know, so I mean, it was around the 6th century BC when that happened. You know, when the Babylonians infiltrated our fort or our country at the time. And the people of Esau, Edom, which were the so-called Europeans today, at that time, they was chanting the downfall of it. So that's why it says this. Read it again.
Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who say, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Right, so the Lord has remembered that. The Lord has remembered Jacob's brother chanting the downfall of him. Okay, the nation that is. All right, dating all the way back to the 6th century BC, so they have to pay for that as well. You see? And that's as far as it goes. And I mean, I didn't really want to talk about Esau right now. I really wanted to talk about something else, but the Spirit of the Lord got us talking about Esau again.
Yeah, it's around 595 BC.
Yeah, around the 6th century BC. Okay. Because that's what you had. The Babylonians were in power at the time, and they was infiltrating our city. Okay, and we became desolate. And then we had to depend on the Babylonian system.
Continue on, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall we be that rewardeth thee as thou hast saved us.
Right. And if you notice, it says, "O daughter of Babylon." Why does it say daughter of Babylon? Why? Because this is a revamped version of ancient Babylon. This society is a revamped version of ancient Babylon. Why? Because of customs. Okay. Go on.
Back to Jeremiah 49:13.
Yeah.
For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Right. So all the cities of Edom. Now, is it talking about the actual land of Edom today? No. It's talking about wherever the people dwell at. Okay, so if there's a large group of people of Esau, whatever land that they're dwelling in, it's likened unto Uz or Basra or Edom. Okay, so read that verse again.
For I have sworn, verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh.
So the Lord have sworn by himself. Go on.
That Bozrah shall become a desolation.
That Basra, which is another way of saying Edom, the land of Edom, okay, which I believe it was a province of Edom,
shall become a desolation, a reproach, a worst, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
right? So all the cities shall be a perpetual waste. So what is these cities referring to? Because this is talking about old daughter of Babylon, all right? So what is that referring to? That's talking about all of the different provinces, okay, of the states of America and all of the provinces of Great Britain as well. So every single city down in these regions where Esau dwell at, whether it be Paris, France, Belgium, etc., they're all going to be totally demolished, totally destroyed, man. You understand? And that's the judgment written. That's the judgment of the Lord that is written. And that's in his Bible. We're not reading no Quran. We're not reading any other foolish book they got out there, man. We're reading the Bible. Okay? And that's the whole thing. So, you know what I mean? I think that I've said what I had to say. Now what I'm going to happen is I'm going to have, you know, the brothers speak, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'll go through the stop. Second Thessalonians 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. I'll stop with the first verse. It says, now we beseech you, brethren. This is Second Thessalonians 2 and 1. By the coming of our Lord Yahushua, Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua is at hand.
Yeah, because he said, I beseech the brethren, like beg. So when we come out here, what we're doing is beseeching brothers, man. We're begging brothers, man. Okay, we read that first part, sir.
It says, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that the day of Yahushua is at hand.
Exactly. So when we tell them brothers, listen, man, don't worry about nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't be shaken in mind, or you know, about any of the epistles that Paul writ concerning the coming of our Lord Yahushua, man. Okay. Because he's coming, he's the deliverer for the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay.
So it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come in except that they're coming falling away first.
It is that day shall not come. The day of the Lord coming, the Messiah returning the second time. That day shall not come unless there be a falling away first, man. I'm going to look up that word falling away, man.
Matter of fact, but I'm looking at I got my phone. Yeah, remember the top of these.
That one really gets into when you go into Esau, man.
It's very subject.
The whole SWAT teams comes out in there when brother's talking. They bring out the whole police force.
That's true too sometimes. So Second Thessalonians.
You know what, yes, since you pause a little bit, let me change the battery. Because that's